merry-go-round, round with ya. In and out, then up and down, down.
It's recording.
Okay. Cat's out of the bag.
Today, we're diving into a topic that continues to stir debate, opinion, and unfortunately, misinformation. Megan Sussex. From the moment she stepped into the global spotlight, she's been praised, picked apart, and far too often, deeply misunderstood. Let's get into the truth, the noise, and everything in between. What's wild is how many of the loudest voices criticizing Meghan don't really know her.
In the past year that this has been built, what's been amazing is that 200 more students have enrolled, and they're now building 3 more buildings to accommodate all of these students. So, what seems like something that's so simple to us has really changed the community and these kids' ability to be able to stay in school, to maximize their education, and to learn even more. So it's the little things that I think have the biggest impact. Put my hand on my head? Yes. Thank you. Perfect. What we found is that the enrollment at this school went up 3 times as much once the latrines were built, so that girls had access to clean hygiene and bathroom facilities while they're at school. Yes, we can do it together. Here.
They're running off headlines, sound bites, or years of tabloid narratives. But when you actually take the time to listen, like to her podcasts, to her interviews, to what her friends and supporters say, you see someone very different.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Prince Harry and Meghan, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex.
You see a woman who's passionate about charity, who's deeply social in her community, especially in Montecito, and who has always been driven by her own values. She's someone who has had a whole career before entering royal life. She made her own money, built a brand, created a platform,
When it comes to food, I live for the moments of discovery. It's a drive that takes me to amazing places, like when I go to one of my favorite power lunch spots to taste a new dish.
Hey, Megan.
And then get to learn how it's made from the culinary master who created it. Food is my passion. Voila! It feeds the soul.
This is lunch elevated, and this is sophistication elevated. Suits, all new episodes Wednesdays on USA, presented by Lexus and the reimagined RX. What inspires you? Show us on Instagram using #SuitsInspiration, and go to usanetwork.com for more exclusive videos of Meghan's culinary adventures.
and then just as she was rising higher, she got torn down. Why? Well, let's be honest. Racism, classism, xenophobia, and misogyny. That's what's been fueling so much of the hate. Not her actions, not her words, but the idea that someone like her could belong in the royal world. And for some, the fact that Prince Harry, once considered the most eligible bachelor in Europe, a white prince in a British monarchy, chose Meghan, not a so-called English rose, beauty, brains, and a mind of her own, on top of being financially independent, and she wasn't a typical royal wife where she could be groomed and tamed. That was considered a problem, and they couldn't handle it.
Thank you for coming for the launch of Together to celebrate this and the women of the Hub Community Kitchen. Working on this project for the past 9 months has been a tremendous labor of love. I had just recently moved to London and I felt so immediately embraced by the women in the kitchen, your warmth and your kindness, and also to be able to be in this city and to see in this one small room how multicultural it was. On a personal level, I feel so proud to live in a city that can have so much diversity. It's 12 countries represented in this one group of women is pretty outstanding.
She broke the mold. She wasn't who they expected, and that made her a target. But here's what's beautiful. The tide is shifting. Shows like But Love Meghan are letting people see her for who she really is. Not through the lens of the British press, but through her own words. She's sharing her world, hosting, parenting, loving, creating, and is waking people up. Women who once believed the lies are now becoming supporters. They're saying, wait, this is who she is? Why did I ever believe the nonsense? And Meghan's using her voice again through her new podcast, Confessions of a Female Founder. She's spotlighting women, truth-telling, and building bridges. She's showing leadership, not just as a duchess, but as a woman who knows herself and refuses to shrink for anyone. Let's be real, there will always be haters, but they're getting louder because they're losing. Meghan's not hiding. She's living, thriving, and sharing, and more people are listening. And for every lie, every cruel headline, every whisper campaign, there are now louder voices saying, enough, because she deserves to be seen. Not just as a headline, but as a human being. And if you've been second guessing what you thought you knew, good. That's where the truth begins. Keep seeking truth. Be kind and never be afraid to stand up for what's right. And as always, may your days be filled with blue skies, sunshines, with positive vibes. I'd like to thank you all for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and hit that bell so you won't miss an update. Also, join our membership if you haven't already, and be sure to check out my Walmart and Amazon storefronts for some of my favorite finds. And you can also follow me on TikTok, Red Note, and Blue Sky. And yes, you can also follow my cats Oreo and Luna on Facebook. And guess what? I'm officially an author. I've written 2 children's books so far in the Oreo and Luna Fur Friends series, and you can find them on Amazon. I'll leave the links in the description box, comment section, and over on my community tabs. And also stay tuned for my adult romance series. My name is Deanna, and you are watching Thriving with the Duchess. I'll talk to you soon.